educated, heavily medicated, and I won't stop till I reach Christ conscious, and I won't stop till I reach Christ conscious.
These things saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth, and no man shutteth, and no man openeth. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it.
Deep in the depths of the mind, the poet's prime, trapped like a mine. In the same space and time, lifeless. Vocals excel in trifles, the centerfold of your ciphers. My aura shines divine, priceless, much too complex to yap. Maybe perhaps when I think of rap, my thinking cap reveals the skills unlimited. Deep in the depths of the mind.
Yeah, Shalom to the house of Israel. Shalom, man. You know, we are celebrating our Passover. You know, our Passover. Obviously, you know, the thing didn't show up, but I follow it. I follow it every month. You know, I follow it, and but anyway, we are rehearsing it. So some brothers, we'll do this in April. You know, the only thing is, obviously, that's where that April Fools come from. You know, because they change it at some point. They change it. 1st of April was actually in the medieval time, in Dark Ages. 1st of April was actually the first day of the year. That's why they call it April Fools. They change it to January. You know what I mean? But obviously you gotta understand Matthew. Can you get Matthew 24 and 22 quickly before we turn to the east, and then you know, we give all praises to Yahweh. But yeah, man. So we're gonna rehearse it. You know, I'm with my brother. You know, my soldier, my Yamada reader. You know. And then we're keeping it pushing, man. You know, obviously, that's how it is, man. You know, different missions. Like we read in the book of Acts, you know, different missions. You know, and right now, that's our mission, you know. So, yeah, what are you saying?
Okay, this is Perilous Times. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh there should no flesh be saved.
Right, so, you know, except those days be shortened. So the days have been shortened, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have like 27 days, you know, in a month, you know, like the most have shaved the days, because we actually, you would say, man, moon gazers. Well, yeah, we moon gazers to a certain degree, because we check the moon and things like that. So, and we calculate where you can see that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
We'll continue though.
So we're going to carry on. Yeah, carry on. You go. Yeah.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right, those days shall be shortened. So that's what we're going. That's why time goes so fast. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to excuse us if it's a bit dark. You know, but it's just like there's not a lot of light tomorrow. But yeah. So before we start, we're going to that's the east, isn't it? Check the east quickly. We're gonna do a little lesson, you know, just to edify the brothers.
Just there.
Right?
Just that?
That's okay.
Kala halala.
Allah, Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba Shama.
Shama.
Ya Sha'ai.
Sha'ai.
Raka Afar.
Raka Afar. Alright, so shalom to all the brothers and the sisters, man. So that's a quick lesson, like, for, you know, to edify, man, for the edification of the church, of those who follow us. You know, shalom to the brothers, man, who are following us, man. You know, so obviously it's the Passover. You know, the Exodus 12. You know, we don't have to read it again, because, you know, it's something that it's the basic, you know, Passover. You know, so you can read it. But more than that, also you can go into the time where Yahushua, you know, had to die, you know, so he did for the last time, he did the Passover with the disciples, and so you can read that, you know, you can go into it and read it, so we don't have to read it again, you know. I'll put the reference, the biblical reference, and you can do that. But today, obviously, because of the Passover, obviously the Passover talk about the unleavened bread, you know, which is you know, reading of everything that is you know, carnal, you know, and that's the reason why we decided, obviously, when we did the Passover with the brothers, you know, with Malaka Ashana last season, you know, Sister Waraba did the parsley with the olive oil, and it was so powerful. That's a beater right there.
I was there, right? I missed it.
No, you was there, man. You heard it, but you don't just.
I remember, but I thought
you missed the no, Pentecost, but you didn't miss the Passover.
Yeah, it was nice.
So there was a green thing that we had. We use it as beater, right? The beater, and that's powerful because, you know, the parsley. When you go into it, parsley is good to clean. If you got any issue with your kidney, you know, eat parsley, and or you can boil parsley in water and drink it as tea, and eat it a lot. You know, like put it in your food, cut it up, like, you know, because parsley clean the veins, and the veins go back to the kidney. You know what I'm saying? And that's the unleavened way of, it's an unleavened lifestyle, because when your pastor cleaning your reign spiritually, meaning that is getting rid of everything that is leavened. Because when your veins, when your kidney is, you know what I'm saying, not clean, it affects, you know what I'm saying, it affects your emotion, it control your emotion, it affects, so a lot of Jewish people, a lot of brothers in this kingdom, this captivity, the reason why it's so easy for them to kill someone, it's so easy for them to have sex with their best friend wife, it's so easy for them to do wickedness, also it's to do with the food, that because you are what you eat. It's to do with the food that you're eating as well. It control, you know, your emotion. It puts you on that lower, because remember, when you eat, where that your food goes, it goes there, right? And this is the lower energy center, and that control your emotion. That's what I'm saying. So that 11 teaches you, train you how to, you know, get out of that, you know, low vibrational, right? And if you notice, the Israelite left, and then they went into the wilderness. Why did they go into the wilderness? Because in order for the Most High to get you on another level, in order for the Most High to speak to you, He got to bring you into like a desert, right? A desert. And that's where He speaks to you, because there's less distraction. It's you and Him. So you can focus more on Him. You can put you can program your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, your energy, everything projected onto Him. And that's when He, because the Most I speak to us every day, but because of the lifestyle, because of the life, because of the urban, the Babylonian lifestyle, we're not trained to hear His voice. Right now, as we speak, there's something you call download. The Spirit is downloading stuff on certain brothers. Now, you got to be a steward. You got to be a stickler for the troops. Like, if you're part of a church, for example, you got to be like the Berean Christian, where every time Paul said something, they will go and consult the scriptures, right? You got to consult the scriptures. You got to sit down. You got to allow the Spirit to supper with you. And that's when you get all these downloads, and you're able to know just like I always give that example. There was a time where Apostle Tahara, you know, he was able to know that, you know, Cornelius wasn't an Edomite. He was able to know that Cornelius was an Israelite. He wasn't an Edomite, he was an Israelite. But he got kicked out of the One West Church by the elders because they believed that he was an Edomite. But the reason why Apostle Tahara was able, or Elder Tahara was able to receive that download, because he was asking the question, he was focused, he was in a place where the Spirit, he could hear the voice of the Most High, man.
He was learning, man.
Yeah, but you want to say something, isn't it?
No, I forgot. Was he He's a Roman. Was he like a higher in the Roman ranks?
Who?
Cornelius.
Yeah.
Was he
So
like
basically,
One
he
emperor,
was
was he?
like a
general?
no, he was like a, I forgot the name, but he was in command of like people under him. Yeah, I don't know if it's 100 people under him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay, it's relevant. So
yeah, but it's okay. But he was a Jake. But you know, when you go into the history, even when you go in deep into the history, the guy that pierced Yahushua, he was an Israelite. Maybe he was like a what you call a Roman Israelite. You know those Issachar, those guys that you know been in Europe for so long. Those Gentiles. Either he was light skinned through way of mixing, or he was black. You know, but these guys, when they say when you hear the Roman centurion, not all of them was Edomite. You had Jake among them. And how do you know that the guy was an Israelite? Because when after he pierced him, Yahushua gave up the ghost, like they say, he was like, oh, truly he did. He's the son of Yahweh. Only the Israelites are able to know such things. The heathen, they don't care. They will kill you, they'll go drink. But it was revealed to him because he was the son of the Most High. But the reason why, you know, they did that, because only when you look at the atonement, since he's an atonement, it wasn't a heathen that was doing. The priest wasn't heathen. The priest was Levi. You know, it takes an Israelite to actually contribute to the sacrifice. But that's another topic. Yeah. So I want you to go to we're going to talk about something today. Obviously, we ain't going to be able to finish it because it's a bit long, but go to Luke 19 and 13 and let's see what it's saying. We're going to go through the Spirit. I've got a little note, but we're going to go through the Spirit. Maybe 1 hour, you know. I won't be able to do the whole lesson. I will just, you know, go through the Spirit and just to edify, man, just to edify the brother, because we're in the time where we have to elevate, you know, we have to 100%. Elevate now. Elevation, remember when Moses, you know what I mean, he was the prince in Egypt. He was balling, so to speak. He had knowledge, was balling, you know what I'm saying? So the Spirit had to make him kill that Egyptian for him to run away. Because if he didn't run away, he wouldn't be, you know, able to be in that space where the Spirit can actually supper with him and teach him all this knowledge that he needed to know. Because he had knowledge, but he needed the right knowledge that was over, you know what I'm saying, the Egyptian. That's why his snake, the staff that he had that transformed into a snake, swallowed those 3 Egyptian snakes. It is symbolic to show that how wisdom is over, is greater than these, that the Hamite wisdom, and so to speak. Do you know what I mean? But he left his high and mighty position and he went below. He was taken. That's why he says in Ecclesiastes 1 that when thou brought onto a lower state, you know, be patient or something like that, roughly paraphrasing. So sometimes the Most High, but when you're brought in the lower state, that's when you receive more download. That's where you grow. That's what you do. That's where the metamorphosis take place. Do you know what I mean? So when you're in situation, the Most High take you on your own, or you know, because he want to do, you know, serve you, and because he want to do something with you. Do you know what I mean? So we gotta be spiritual. When you don't see a brother and everything, you don't know what the Most High is doing. I'm sure when Moses disappeared, they were like, oh, even when Moses went to the mountain, you know, for the 40 days, therefore he was dead. And they said that they told Aaron, you know, that guy, what's his name? They told Aaron, oh, you know, just take over and do us like what they call the voodoo, the golden cow, to worship idols, man. Do you know what I mean? So therefore it was that. So when you don't see a brother, you don't see a session, you be spiritual. Just because you don't see someone teaching or whatever, you know, it doesn't mean that they're not in the truth, or it's just the Most High got them or something else. The Most High is way deeper than that little basic format that we know of. Oh, come and do the truth. Come and do the work. Or if you don't see the guy doing the work, or he's a bugger, or he's a two-fed. We have to grow. And the Most High gonna make, you're gonna see yourself, man. Yeah, read it.
19, yeah? Or 13?
Yeah, Luke Luke 19 and 13.
Okay, this is the parable of money usage. Luke chapter 19, verse 13. And he called his 10 servants, and delivered them 10 pounds, and said unto them, Occupy till I come.
Right. Occupy till I come, man. You know, we got
Get busy, man.
yeah, we gotta get busy. We gotta grow. You know what I'm saying? Occupy. Work on the mind, work on your body, work on your spirit.
Personal development.
You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why when in Act 13, when they saw those guys, they say, oh, these are the Christians. No, is it Act 13 or Act 12? When they call the Christian in any church, they say, oh, these are the Christian. Christian is what? Amashakayama, which is little Christ. Why? Because they could see that anointing on them. I said, oh, he's like that guy, yeah, the Christ-like. So we got, when you say occupy till I come, we gotta be Christ-like, man. We got learn to be Christ-like.
And whatever feels as well, like whether it's a job, whether it's a career, profession, we have to be busy, man. We got to do something with our lives, and we have to honor Yahweh Shai in what we do, you know.
Kana.
So, yeah, also Yahweh Ha as well. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of brothers that are fighting right now because Esau is closing the doors. But the reason why Esau is closing the doors is because, you know, wisdom is better than, you know, silver and gold. Sometimes the Most High, He closed the door. He want to work with you. He want to get you ready for the time. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High can bless you anyhow. It can open any doors. But, you know, sometimes these, the matrix tend to, when you're plugged into the matrix, it's hard for you to really, you know, enter the depth of your callings. And because you're being distracted. You're being sidetracked. So a lot of you brothers that, you know, are out of job or the business is because the Most High wants you in a place. So you don't have to worry about that. Obviously, we have to strive. You go, you know, eat, you go do what you have to do. But if you find yourself in this situation, don't think that it's over, man. The Most High is working, is transforming you. Is because very soon when the whole system is digitalized, you know what I'm saying? There won't be many options. The only option will be faith. You know what I'm saying? So if you work now on yourself and you occupy, meaning you occupy your mind, you occupy your spirit, you're learning how to be Christ-like. You know what I'm saying? When that time comes, you become like a God. Because there's things in us that are locked. But once unlocked, we become supernatural. Because, you know, if you can heal people, if you can do certain things,
spiritual gifts.
If you got certain spiritual gift, you won't need, it will come to you. That's the law of attraction. The blessing will come to you.
That faith, man.
The blessing will come to you. So people are asking, how are we going to do this? Just have faith, man. Come on, you're dealing with the power that creates everything. You got everything on lock. You got everything sorted.
Trust me.
To the details, man. He know how he's going to move with us. We just got to grow. Our faith is also trying to go inside you and to know who you are. Who are you in the faith? You know, and you have to grow. So go to Luke 15 and Luke 11 and 53. Luke 11 and 53, man. We're just gonna be brief, man. I'm just gonna give 11. We're gonna be brief, man. And then we're gonna, you know, supper, eat some lamb, you know, get a bit of parsley as bitter to kind of clean our reins, man. You know what I'm saying? So the physical is intertwined with the spiritual. You know what I mean? So yeah.
All right. Look. This is woe upon the Pharisees. Luke chapter 11, verse 53. And as he said these things unto them, the scribes and the Pharisees began to urge him vehemently and to provoke him to speak of many things. So continue. Verse 54. Lying wait for him and seeking to catch something out of his mouth that they might accuse him. It's the end.
Yeah. What's that part where he says
53.
Maybe I got it wrong. Hold on. Woe unto you. Let me get it, man, since we on. Woe unto you. Woe unto you. Oh, 52, isn't it?
52. Slacker. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 52. Woe unto you, lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge.
Right, you have taken away the key of knowledge, man.
Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered.
Right, so, we got to be careful because, even in this truth, we got to be careful. We got to be careful. Barakafa. Baraka. So, right, so,
Slacker.
right. So it's like, a lot of us sometimes, I give just the example of the last lesson about the locks. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some people that had locks when they came in the truth, then they don't have the locks anymore. You know what I mean? And that's just one example, man. You take away the keys, You know what I'm saying? That's a key right there. That's a very spiritual thing to do. And many other, you know what I mean, keys, many other manners that, contribute in taking the keys and, dimming the light of people and brothers around you. You know what I mean? Or sometimes accusing your brother because he got a glow on him, and because you don't like that, you will go around and, oh, this brother is proud. You know what I'm saying? And just because 7, 8, 9 brothers, all right, deem him to be proud, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that he's proud, because they say in the world that if too many people say the same thing about you, the more likely what they say about you is true. So my question is, when they say that 7, 8, 9, 10 Pharisees say that he had the spirit of Beelzebub of him. Did that make it true? No. Sometimes you've got something called a spear campaign against brothers that have a certain line on them. You're going to see brother and say, oh, this brother, he seek prominence. No, he has the prominence. That's the most I give it to him. He has the wisdom, bro. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you going and saying certain things about him, why don't you leave it like that? Leave it like that, because even the Bible says in Sirach 11:7 that you should take time, roughly paraphrasing, before you pass judgment. So read that precept again, man. This is a very important precept. You go have the understanding of how to deal with brothers and how to conduct this business, this ministry of ours, man. Because sometimes you can be a Pharisee without knowing. Oh, this brother, who is that brother, man? Who is it, that brother, man? No, man, we don't acknowledge. Even if what he's saying is true, by you going and gossiping to other brothers, you're blocking the way, because through the brother, knowledge can come in a major way in a town. But because you are, whatever feelings you go through, whatever, emotion that brother trigger in you, you go out your way and you try to block the light by, presenting him in a wicked manner, so people will be like, yeah, man, we don't like this guy. There's some brothers that don't even know you, but they hate you based on what a brother's told them about you.
That's true.
But they never even never met you. They look at you, but you never even met the brother. You don't even know the brother. You might have seen him teaching. He teaches a certain way. It may be too bold, but you take it like that, and then boom, you think that he's this and this, that. Like, come on, man. So that's what he's talking about. That's just one part, but that's the part that came on my mind. There's many other things we can talk about, but for the sake of time, read it again and we can move on.
This is Luke chapter 11.
Which is part of the 11. You go, that 11, we are laden with 11 everywhere we go in this kingdom, man. And no one, I'm the worst. I'm not perfect. I'm rough around the edges, man. I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, we go do things the righteous way. We go try, and do things the righteous way. Don't hate a brother because you had an issue with him in the past and that didn't work out and whatever, and now you hate a brother. Whatever he says is not truth. But it's the truth though. But because you see him a certain way, you deem it not to be true. But therefore, then you go out your way to kind of like contaminate other brothers, against. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're being a Pharisee, you're being a gatekeeper because you can't deal with your emotion. The leaven, deliverance.
Must be that.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's the one. Definitely, we're gonna stop it, man. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna stop it. We ain't like it. Pause. Yeah, read it again, man.
Okay, this is Luke chapter 11, verse 52. Woe unto you, lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. So now go to 2 Corinthians 11 and 3. At this point, I'm just reading the precept and I'm just elaborating on it. I'm just, bringing out the understanding. Just like a little, edification.
11 and 3.
11 and 3, yeah.
Alright, this is Paul defends his apostleship. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your hands should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
Right, going to that word simplicity now. Because, our ministry, we're going to keep it real. Our ministry is misunderstood. And therefore, people deem it to be like, oh, why don't you keep it simple? Why do you have to be so deep and this and that? Oh, the gospel itself is deep. Let's go into it.
So the outline of biblical usage for simplicity, number one, is singleness. Simplicity.
Singleness goes into, if your eye shall be single, meaning as well, it means focus, tunnel vision, but it means to see. It means as well the third eye. You know what I'm saying? The pineal gland. Like if when your mind is, it brings the light. When you open the doors, and I'm not talking about going to the left hand inside path. Because you got brothers that on those 2/3 that are opening, those wizards and witches that are opening, they have a way to open and they start seeing demons and they're never the same. No. I'm talking about letting the spirit supper with you so you can understand things that people don't understand. So you can see things that people don't see. So you can become who you're supposed to be. That's what I'm talking about. So when I say your third eye, I'm talking about that spiritual eye that Yahweh Shai had. That's where we're going. When Yahweh Shai able to see you, the higher level of that is about to see you and he knows what's going on. We have that in us, it's just locked. But through, prayer, fasting, and a good disciplined lifestyle, and that we can get to that. That's what we're trying to get to that. Once you get to that level, these little struggles, their money and this and that ain't going to be an issue anymore, man. That's why he says, seek ye the kingdom first.
And righteousness.
Meaning seek the understanding. Unlock all those locked, chambers in you. Because listen, a lot of these Freemasons, the reason why they're able to be successful in business because they have a certain understanding. They know how to use the energy, use the element. All right, they know what to do. They know when to bring to bring out a product. They know they use certain element. Full moon is a prayer. When you do prayer in the full moon, powerful. That's why we left on the full moon. Do you know what I'm saying? We left on the full moon. That's why the Most High say, look, eat the bitter and this and that, and only the lamb, and get ready because it was spiritual. That's the time to go. That's the time to do things. First, the moon, the new moon, and the new moon, you can pray certain thing. The full moon is an enforcer. Do you know what I'm saying? So all of that, these Freemasons know all of these things because they are initiated, and that's why they move. Obviously, that's their realm. Us, through the scriptures, we can be initiated to understand the mysteries. Because even the prophet, when you look at the prophet, they know about the mysteries, man. Yeah. They know about it. This is me personally. That's the level that the Most High is taking me on. But I can tell you that once you put those glasses on, you're gonna suffer because you need to suffer. You need to suffer because the reason why you suffer because your body is corrupted. The body is a product of the matrix. You grew up all those years and you were a child of the matrix. So in order to purge that matrix out of you, it's going to be painful. That's why you feel the pain. So if you're willing to go through that pain, you're going to be fine in the end. So it's not for everyone. Also, it's based on your calling. If it's not your calling, don't do what's not yours. I'm just speaking to those who understand this ministry and those who are connected. You know what I'm saying? The churches, those people that are connected to that energy that were on this earth, placed on this earth to do a certain thing like us. These are the ones I'm talking. I'm not talking everyone in Israel. Some brothers, some churches have a certain specific task. All right. So yeah, what do we have?
Yeah. So
Simplicity.
yeah. So the outline of biblical usage for simplicity. Number 1 means singleness, simplicity, sincerity, mental honesty. A, the virtue of one who is free from pretense and hypocrisy.
Right, read it again.
The outline of biblical usage, A, for simplicity, is the virtue of one who is free from pretense and hypocrisy.
Right. So you gotta be reading this truth, man.
Oh,
You gotta be political in this truth.
No, you gotta be.
You gotta be real. When you're too real in this truth, when you're too honest, you're gonna make enemies, which is okay. Carry
Also,
on. What do you
number
have?
2, for the outline of biblical usage for simplicity. Number 2 is not seeking, not self-seeking, openness of heart, manifesting itself by generosity.
Right. So keep going. What is he saying down there?
Or lexicon. Or the Strong Definitions.
Can you go to
This one.
yeah.
Root word etymology. So, yeah. So the root word etymology.
No, don't worry. Go down.
Oh.
I just want to see there's some more things.
It's offer sound.
Yeah, sound. Yes, sound. Read that part. Read that. The
So
third
root word etymology, outline of biblical usage for simplicity is number 3 is good fulfilling its office, like we was talking about. What was he talking about? We was talking about occupying, isn't it?
Right, occupying, fulfilling. Yeah, getting to forget about the whole politics because there's a lot of brothers that are into politics in this truth.
Let's skip that, man.
Just keep that. And focus on yourself. You
Yeah,
got
man.
a lot of brothers. You got, even if you're part of a camp, when you got to focus on yourself. It's not a selfish way. It's not a selfish thing to focus on yourself. It just means that apart from going out there and doing the work and doing videos, you got to go into yourself and actually study the word, because when you study the word, it opens your mind to a lot of things and it reveals to you who you are and the spirit.
Like I was saying, like I was thinking as well, we say it a lot. Study to show thyself approved.
Right, you got to study to show yourself approved, man.
So yeah, man. So we was talking about in Luke about occupying. So when the Lord comes back, that's what said in the scripture, right? And it even says, "No one simplicity," and it's saying, "Good fulfilling its office." So whatever you're doing, fulfill it to the best of your ability and the best way you can.
Right.
And obviously, that it will look good. It was a good look, you know.
Because that simplicity, it doesn't mean that, oh, keep it simple, keep it basic. That's not what it means. Simplicity means don't complicate it, go straight, be focused. So if I was given the knowledge of the deeper thing, I have to fulfill my office. That's part of the simplicity. What you were given, boom, the singleness, boom, tunnel vision. That's what it means. Tunnel vision. But within that tunnel vision, there's many layers, man. You're not telling me that, oh, it means just because we bring out certain understanding. I'm sure there's brothers, even if they watch that video about the love, they'll be like, oh, this is bugger. Fine. We proved it. The one thing about us, you can't come to us and tell because we're going to bring the proof.
Can't debunk it.
You can't debunk it, man.
You
So,
just drop a comment in it,
but they
man.
can't, because it's impossible to debunk the whatever, because it's the spirit that reveals things. Because I told you, man,
You're
there's certain thing,
You're not false.
there's no, it's like, no, it's a real thing, all right? But that's the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be real. That's what it means, the simplicity of the gospel, man. The realness of it, the focused side of it, the tunnel vision.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
Another one is the last one.
Yeah. Outline of biblical usage, root word etymology number 3. For simplicity, good fulfilling its office, sound.
See that? You got to be sounds.
Like, it also says, I'm not sure what scripture it is, to be honest, but obviously Yahweh gave us a spirit of, what was it, power, was it love, power, and a sound mind?
Yeah, sound mind, yeah.
So we have to keep our mind sound. And I know it's not easy sometimes, like, especially in this kingdom where so much is going on and we're fighting the adversary, and like, obviously we have to fight to keep your mind sound. And I go through it a lot. Like, you just have to listen to the spirit, or listen to the voice of your heart.
Right.
Keep your mind sound, you know.
That's my mom calling me.
And
Yes.
also,
That's
A is of the eye.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah.
about the
Of the eye.
vision.
Yeah, the tunnel. Yeah, you gotta be
use
focused.
that,
Yeah. You gotta be. You gotta learn how to be concentrated in what you do. So, me personally, there's certain things that, don't really bother me when people, like, I'm focused. I'm a focused guy. Look, I can go through hell, but man, if the most I want to take me off this ministry, that's him. But a man ain't gonna take me off the ministry. You know, because at the end of the day, I know who I be. And brother they have to know who they are. When you don't know who you are, that's when a brother can come and talk to you on the phone and say, yo, you know that brother. No, you're not. It's against the law. It's against the biblical law to try to persuade people to go against the brother when they don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? And people have to be more wise. When brother come to you and try to manipulate you, you're supposed to see when someone is trying to manipulate you. Sometimes loves do blind us, it's true, but sooner or later you will see. But you can't say, oh, this guy, he hasn't got no love and this because you had an issue with him and things like that. And based on that, everyone else is against him because of, like, what are you doing to yourself? Don't you know you're going to sit before the judge? And you don't even know the guy that you're against. You don't even know who he is in the spirit. Be careful. You don't even know who he is. You know what I mean? What if he's one of the beloved on the Most High? Because everyone is loved by the Most High. People go different. Oh, this guy, I love him because I created him for this and this and that, and you went against him. So you got to be careful, man. It's very important. Now, let's go to Exodus 19 and 20, man. And let's see certain little understanding about what the Most High did with Moses that we have to see it, understand, and perceive through the Spirit. So when things happen to us, we know how to react to it. Job knew how to react when Satan is trying to take him out. He knew how to react because he already had an MO. He knew that he had to go through that.
Do you think he clocked where the affliction was coming from?
He clocked it, but there's a difference. You can perceive something, but when it comes, just like Peter, Peter perceived that Yahushua was the son of the Most High, was the anointed one.
Yeah.
But when the pressure came,
bless our doubt, because
right, because flesh and blood, he didn't reveal it to you.
Well, Peter clocked that, this is the Messiah, this is the Christ.
Yeah, but the point is, when they came down on him, he said I didn't know him.
Oh yeah, for real. But he knew full well. He knew who Yahushua was. Yet he denied him.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, Job knew the play, but when it's starting to hit hard, and he's starting to lose this and lose that, and his wife was in his ears, like, go and kill yourself or whatever, and his friend and that, that's when it hit him, which makes him a man. But he never gave up. Does that mean that in your ministry things will go wrong? It's meant to go wrong. But you're not supposed to give up because you go in the wrong direction. If you go the wrong direction, you're going to just come back and carry on, because this is a game in a way. Life is a game, man. It's a play that the Most High written. Everybody play, contract as a play. You have to play.
Play your role.
Play your role, man. You know what I'm saying? Understand it. But then, even if you know it's a play, it still hurts. It's still painful. But you can't give up. So yeah, go to Exodus 19 and 20, man. Let's edify the brothers.
Come on, and the sisters.
Yeah, and the sisters as well, man.
So this is the Lord visits Sinai. My throat's back.
Man, that thing is
something. What did you burn?
I think the one is the one, that one, man. The one that you go.
Oh, the thick one.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why it was like, because normally I'm burning or never
Never
go to that shop again, man. You're carrying one like that.
Yeah, my tongue
That
is
shop,
thick
I
and
go,
sticky.
yeah, man. It's crap. It's a
So,
low quality thing, type of thing.
So I didn't
So
put the
okay.
heads up though, innit?
Yeah, it's alright.
Cool.
It's just like when we used to smoke
I
weed,
thought
but
you
sometimes you
used this
smoke,
one.
it was big something, you're like, damn, bro, like,
Oh, that hurt your
you
throat.
know what I'm saying?
Let's stick to the
You
thing.
know,
Alright.
fake weed, man. That was back in the days, though. Yeah, read it.
Alright, this is the Lord visits Sinai. Exodus chapter 19, verse 20, right? Verse 20. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount. And the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount.
And the Lord called Moses, Yahweh called Moses up to the top.
Of
It
the
has to
mount.
do with your mind. All right? In order for, not only he took him down, so the Most High, well, that's what he's going to do with you. He's going to take you on the, so you may have a job, and you're going to lose a job. And then you will start having certain dreams and this, and it will take you somewhere. You will start having certain revelation, or you will meet a brother that will start showing, imparting in you certain things that you've never seen before. But you will start catching hell, though. That's you. That's that Moses leaving the royal house and going out, killing that guy, and going somewhere and finding Jethro at some point. But he was on his own, struggling in the desert, right? So after that, he come back and this and that, and then take Israel out. That's you knowing all these. You started to grow in them, and then the Most High, he want to reveal the depth. He want to reveal to you who you are and certain things. So all of that need to prepare you. It needs to. So that means that, because you got to understand, you got the conscious and the subconscious mind. It's a very deep lesson, but I'm gonna be brief. Maybe one day I'm gonna do a lesson on that to get deep into things and understand. But right now I'm gonna brush it off here. So basically, you got the conscious mind and the subconscious. Your subconscious mind is when everything that happened to you, even if someone did something to you, and at the time you didn't react to it, it goes into your subconscious mind. And it becomes a trauma, and it's lying in your subconscious mind. So even though your conscious mind is telling you it's okay, move on, your subconscious mind has already recorded and registered that event and become like a deposit. Now, what happened when you've got stagnant water? It becomes stale, it starts to stink, insect and certain element comes in there, become a bit polluted, because it doesn't flow. That's the subconscious mind. It's like a water-based energy type of thing in your mind where it's there and everything stay there. Everything stay there. Some of your trauma stay there. So when you come in this truth, you got to go, you got to deal. You got to let it. That's why it talks about fasting. Fasting it kicks demon out, but it does something to your mind as well. It can be reading. If you don't have the Spirit to show you something, you ain't gonna know. Some people read the Bible more than twice, but they don't understand certain things because they don't let the Spirit supper. They're still in that mindset that they had when they came in the truth, or whatever they believed in, or whoever elder gave him, whatever knowledge the elder gave him. They stay on that. They don't want to challenge it or change it. That's because everything is your subconscious mind. So you go through a self-deliverance, which is the hardest. That's why it takes time for you to kick certain sin, because they're embedded in your subconscious mind. So, right.
You got to get antivirus software to get rid of that.
Right.
That download.
Right.
That carried
Right.
That carried the viruses.
The virus, you got to keep the virus out.
Yeah, you got to kick that out with. The way to do that's through the Spirit, man.
Right, through the Spirit.
Like I said, let it supper.
You got to supper with the Spirit. The only time for you to supper in the Spirit is when nothing's going on. A lot of you brothers have a good in it. It's not that it's a bad thing, but the reason why when certain wisdom come, you can't register with it is because you're in a good place. You're eating good, so to speak. You're not wealthy, but you're not catching hell either. But when you catch hell, that's when the spirit opens up to you because you're that's how we created. That's the reason why a lot of Jake find guards in jail. Because you're in that corner and there's gods.
In jail? Oh yeah.
You know, that's why they did that.
Yeah.
So to speak, they found because they have some sort of spiritual awakening, some sort, even if it's a pseudo one. But you know what happened? It's because they were on their own, they were confined. And when you're confined, you focus on yourself. You go inside, you do miracle part. What did I do wrong? What did I go wrong? And by asking questions, by doing that, your spirit open itself to the invisible realm that now giving you the understanding. That's what it is.
So my big bro, right? As soon as you come out, right, he's just been focused.
Yeah.
He's obviously, as soon as he came out, he just working, gym, family, like standing on business. Because it's like you're right, because it takes time for individuals to think about where did I go wrong, where did I go right, how can I change it, what can I do. Like, he had time to do some inward work, you know. So yeah, I understand what you mean. Because we find God's in there, and the lives are changed, man.
Because it's like it takes some time. That's why what the Most High does, He will put you in a situation, and even there's two things when He put you in a situation. Is either to make you self-examine because you were too stubborn to understand that He was trying to check you the whole time. Then He put you in the corner for you to get it. And the second is when He puts you in the corner for you to raise you to the next level. So when He read again that Exodus 20, when He say up that mountain, it's a symbolic to have your consciousness. You gotta be high level. You gotta be high level to get it. You gotta grow to get into to set. It's not difficult, you know.
Would you say it's like a revelation or like a...
Yeah, it's a revelation. It's like a, you know, because you listen to yourself so much, because you went to yourself, because nothing went on. You didn't have no woman, you didn't have no peace like that. You were just eating basics, you know, and then you on your own. There's nothing, you know, you're just there like that. And now, because when you got money, when you work, for example, you get paid 500, 600, 700 pound a week. You're like, okay, I'm gonna keep 500 or 200, 500 this week. I'm gonna save it. So you make a lot of calculation. Even when you're at work, you make a lot. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. You figure out a woman, not to say it's not to women, strategizing. Okay, my woman, I'm gonna do this. So which is good, but you don't. It doesn't. It blocks away the voice of the spirit. So even the spirit comes with a voice, but you don't. It's difficult for you to to kind of like know that it's Him because you're busy. You're busy.
When in the world in this kingdom,
right?
You've got so many things going on. Obviously, you got the voice of the adversary. Then you got the Most High talking to you. Then you got the Spirit talking to you. Then you got this problem, that problem. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna eat tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you mean. So when,
That's why Yahweh I said, don't worry about what you're gonna eat tomorrow. It's you got to be me. That's how I'm saying it because this is what I went through. This is how I learned. This is school, isn't it? I have the presence of mind. I think about tomorrow, but I'm in the present. I do what I have to do, and I don't worry because I know the Most High got me. Now it took me a long time because imagine you're used to having a certain amount, and then you don't have it anymore. You have to live on the basic of this kingdom, and it's very difficult, right? But in that, after once you go past that now, because you don't have many things going, you're focused more on yourself by asking you ask the right question basically. And by doing that, you open the door, which is that high mind, which is the revelation, which is the download. Because the most I want to download certain thing onto you, but you're too busy. Some brothers need to stop calling brothers and talking for 2, 3. Don't you know that the telephone take a lot of energy? it takes some. I'm not saying it's not good, but somebody need to actually stop talking too much on the phone to other brothers and take time with themselves.
Solitude, isn't it?
Yeah, solitude is how you grow in this truth. Yeah, it was the most I took him up there. He was on his own, you know. Read it.
All right. It's Exodus chapter 19, verse 20. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai on the top, on the top of the mount. And the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. So continue.
That's it. Even before that, go to Exodus 3 and read it from the top. You know, that burning bush as well, it means something spiritually. You know? Being in the desert, it means confusion. Because when you're in the desert, there's not, you're taken out of your element. So you're like, what's going on? That's why a lot of these Israelites wanted to go back to Egypt, because they were confused. So read it, Malaka.
What verse from the top?
Yeah.
This is the burning bush. Exodus chapter 3, verse 1. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of Yahweh, even to Horeb. Shall I continue? Someone to stop. Verse 2. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire.
You see that in a flame of fire? Fire in the spiritual realm represents what? Spirit. Right? It was in order for you to receive the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, you got to be in a situation.
Yeah, I've been in a situation where I felt like a burning sensation, like, within me and like spiritually.
Right.
And it was very, very difficult, man. It was difficult.
Yeah, that's
but spiritual, but
yeah. That's the spirit dealing with you, the fire. But you know, it purges you in different ways. But when you see the fire means you're dealing with the realm of the spirit. So Moses was nothing to play with, man. Moses
he's the top prophet. He's one of the top prophet,
yes. The realm of the spirit of the invisible was open to him, and that's what the Most I want to do with us, because we are close to something big, major happening, man. So the spirit requires the prophet, the man of the Lord, to go beyond all that little thing. No, beyond, because you got when you read the Bible, you see all these apostles, all these, you know, prophet and healing, especially the apostle after Yahweh healing and doing this. So what if a brother now started to heal? It's gonna be what? Oh, he's doing juju, or he's in the dark. But I don't understand. You brothers, what are you brothers expecting? What are you brothers? What do you want? You don't want the spirit to do the work. I mean, to kind of reveal things on another level. Are you still always gonna say no? We don't believe in it. No, this is the time now. We gotta elevate. Don't be afraid of elevating, and also do not be afraid of what people think of you, man. Who cares what people think of you? Let me tell you something. When people criticize you, when people hate you from far, when people always have something to say about you, it's because you have something.
You're doing something right.
You have something in you. You know, but they don't even know why they don't like it. It's energy in it. You represent something. That's why they hate Yahweh. That's why the Pharisees hate Yahweh. Because they're like, this guy, man. What's this? To the point where, like, therefore he was dealing with Satan. Because they never saw a miracle before.
They were astonished.
They were astonished.
Oh, wow.
But it triggers you. It's just like when you grew up with a brother, and then brother went away and he came back, and then he's driving cars, he's making money and things like that. And when he stand by you, if you're not careful, you're gonna be hypnotized by envy. That's why a lot of these rappers get killed. In America, they get killed in a hometown, because it's the people that he grew up with that were hypnotized with envy.
Yesterday I looked at the XX 10
Yeah,
young boy.
Yeah.
Got shot, man.
I know, man. But that story God is deeper, man. They were saying that some guy, I don't want to say anything, that like, but
he was powerful. That was a powerful young brother, you know.
Yeah. He was 20, innit? training you advance. And that's the thing. When you advance in this kingdom, you gotta be careful because that's when the people, and it's always people around you. So, but it's meant to be, man. So yeah, Malachi, go to keep reading.
So this is Exodus chapter 3, verse 2, and the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire in the midst of a bush, and he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. Verse 3. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned. Verse 4. Yeah, and I went, what did I do? 3 verse. Well, yes. Verse 4. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, Yahweh called him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, here am I.
Right, and that was a spiritual encounter, you know. So sometimes that's a download as well. In our kingdom, it's a download. Some brothers, they receive downloads. Yeah? They receive download. They could be in about when you're in shower. I mean, when I was in the world, bro. When I have shower, that's where a lot of the songs come. A lot of the melody comes. A lot of the chorus come. Because the water is something. There's an energy in it. Water is an energy itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I used to love to sing like that guy. What's in the 50 Cent? He said that. Every time you have shower, he's Luther Vandross, isn't it, man? And it's true because it inspires you. But in this truth, you can have shower and then a whole download will come. Yeah, a whole download. But now when you finish, you have to go and write it down because you don't forget. So it's a real thing. Download are real. And this is what, you know, Moses has experienced. And us, in this truth, we can experience it, man. Right? Be a stickler. You know, people was telling me, oh, you know, Lux. We found out that Lux is so spiritual. So spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why King Solomon had his lock, bushy locks. Understand, it's not something to say, oh, what? No. That's, and when you do that, you show that you're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? You're not there yet. Now people will say, like, what does you guys think he is, man? No, it's not that. It's the truth. The spirit is on. You know, but he's just knocking on the door, innit? To see who's going to open that door for him so he can supper, you know, with you, man. Now, go to Jeremiah 17:10. That'll be our last precept, man. You know, it was something, obviously, we could have done it without even doing a video, but I said, no, let's do a video for the brothers. Let's, you know, edify. I'm sure that what we say was going to edify someone, at least one. At least one. You know, at least one. That's what we want, at least one. So we're doing this because it says that when one is saved, one is converted, there's a party. There's a party in the Shamayama, you know what I'm saying? So we, even if it's one that understand what we spoke, even if it's one that was edified, even if it's one that out of listening to this, you know, is able to understand that. See, this system, you got to understand, like the elites, they don't need money to circulate, you know. An elite guy can go to the airport. All he has to do is show his card. And they're gonna let him. They're gonna let him. If they won't let him, he can say, okay, call your boss. I want to speak to your boss. Find out that your boss, the boss of your company, was given the business by the guy that you don't want to cater for or cater to.
Well, someone can get arrested and then say I need to speak to someone and then they get set free.
They don't need money. They can go into a shop, few phone calls, and they're gonna buy. They're gonna take whatever they want. That's the level that the Most High is taking us. So we're talking about, oh, there's no money, the Most High is going to provide. Even if he's catching hell right now, it's the time, innit? But once you grow in the spirit, when you seek the kingdom first, meaning when you develop the ability that he put in you first, that's when the miracle happens. And that's what we eat. That's why we're catching hell. That's why we're suffering. People around us want to understand why we're catching hell and suffering, because we are special. We're not like them. We have to go through the fire to be ready. We are being made gold. Gold is purified in fire, literally.
Literally.
So if you're going to be gold, know that you're going to go through your fire. That's why it says, quickly get Revelation 3 and 18 before you go to that Jeremiah 17 and 20. And this is what Yahushua, I believe so. You know, this is what Yahushua has to say, man, about the whole thing, you know, about this thing. It's very important. When it's truth, you gotta go through some fire, man. I'm not saying, you know, go and look for trouble, but you know, if you're really in tune with your spirit, it's gonna take you somewhere to that school. What does he say?
Alright, this is the it says I cancel thee to buy.
Yeah.
Alright. Check this. This is the message of Laodicea. Revelation chapter 3, verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and will
Read again.
Okay. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Break that down. Break it down, Malakah, man. Break it down.
So basically, the Lord is, I wouldn't say pleading, but the Lord is trying to communicate with us that we should buy of Him gold. So be like gold, basically. And the way we can be like gold is be going through our trials, maybe our tribulations, being tried. Maybe it might be a test, but at the end of that trial, tribulation, or test, we're going to be tried, and then we're going to be purified, hopefully, and then become like gold.
Right. That's it, man.
And obviously, you're saying that, so that it says thou mayest. So through that, I won't say affliction, but through that, like, tribulation or trial, we can then become rich. Rich in Christ, or it could be
rich. I give you the example.
Like rich.
Once you're gold, you don't need money because you're the money.
Yeah. So basically, when it says thou mayest, that we mayest become rich, like basically we could be spiritually rich. It could be physically in knowledge, wisdom,
right, and even to say, because the law of the law of attraction is a biblical principle. You know, it's a very spiritual. It means that, you know, if you became gold, you're gonna attract everything that's gold. Look,
that's true.
Sometimes
our mindset.
Sometimes the woman that you attract is a reflection of where you are psychologically and spiritually. If you attract slut because you yourself, you're dealing with that energy, you swimming in a pool of lust. You know what I'm saying? By your lifestyle, the way you're full, everything. That's why you attracting these type of things. But when you become gold, you're gonna attract. So when we cry out, say, "Where are the daughters of Zion?" We don't see him because we're not at that level yet. When we get on that level, we're gonna attract the gold.
That thou mayest be rich. So
you know how I know that? I'm not saying she's good, but you know the surname of the young friend that I met. Yeah, her surname means gold. That's how I was like, yo, the spirit to work with people on a high. So he was telling me that that's the next level. Like if you keep going, this is as far as women, you gonna meet gold. It may not be her, but she just an omen for you to understand this is how it works in the spiritual realm. So you attract who you are really. When you attract women that are hurt because you yourself, you haven't dealt with your wounds.
And also it says, I don't know, white raiment. So obviously we'd be flying that. Like,
purity.
Pure.
White, pure. But fly because, you know, when you're pure, you're flying the spirit, man. When you're pure, you attract,
mentally, spiritually, you're pure.
You're pure.
And people see that as well.
Yeah.
When they communicate with you.
It's an aura.
They get that vibe, like they feel you, they feel your purity, you know. I've had that many times, man.
Canal.
I'm not showing you because I'm not paying.
Is that it?
Yeah. So and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see.
Right. Now read Jeremiah 17:10. We're gonna stop at that because Jeremiah 17:10 talking about, you know, the food that we're gonna eat today. Are we doing our Passover? The bitter, which is the parsley.
17 and
You
10.
know what I mean? We mix it with some olive oil and mix a bit of garlic. Garlic is very good as well. You know what I'm saying? If you go high blood pressure, you're dealing with you just put something. One of the things is you put the garlic into the water. 2 or 3 garlic or whatever, or 4. You leave it. No more water like that. You leave it. You cut it. You leave it in there. And after you drink it, man, it's good. Good for your blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, this is the deceitful heart. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 10, right? Verse 10. I, the Lord, search the heart.
Right.
I tried the reins.
Right. I tried the reins.
Even to give every man according to his ways.
Right. So, if you are eating garbage food, when the Most High recompense you, you start depression. A lot of food. If you eat too much pizza, you're depressed, man. Because in the dough you got leaven. You know what I'm saying? If you drink too much alcohol, you become depressed. You become dark, and you reflect your sadness on other people, and that's when you become like, you know, instead of being a beacon of light, become a beacon of gossiping and of manipulation, of putting bashing people back. And making people against people that they never met or they don't even know like that because of your situation. You know, you're in the dark because when you know something, it's spiritual. That's why today we're eating the lamb with the parsley so we can clean. You know, obviously spiritually as well, we have to do that. So physically and the spiritual are connected, man. Going to that reins, man. What does it say? It will say kidney. You know, because your gut as well is your second brain as well. So a lot of the emotion that you feel because of the food that you eat. So as men of the Lord, that's the reason why the Rastas, me personally, I'll say, except the fact that they're worshipping Haile Selassie and Rastafari, they're very advanced, man. The Rastafari are very advanced people, man. Like I say, this is it's the lost Levitical priesthood manifestation today. Right. Yes. And even the food that they eat. Now, when you read the Bible, obviously, you can't argue with people because they eat meat or whatever. If they want to eat, you know, if they don't want to eat meat, they don't want to eat meat. But the fact that they don't eat meat all the time and they keep it veggie is very important for them. Because when you eat when you're a vegan, no, when you're a vegetarian, you won't deal with the issue of because you're cleaning. The more pure your diet is, the more your spirit. The diet allows you to be more connected, more well equipped to meet the Spirit.
It's true, no,
the Holy Spirit.
It's when I was at college, right? I think it was like a week or 2 ago. There was you know when you go to the cafeteria, and they have 2 options for the cooked meals. They had the vegetable and they had the chicken. Thought to myself, try the chicken, the vegetarian one. When I had the vegetarian one, it felt clear, like it felt positive. The energy you get from not eating meat, it's like a different frequency, man.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat meat all the time. And a lot of the brain fog that we have is because of the food that we eat. Because the food over here is laced with a lot of demonic stuff, so we gotta be very careful.
Like chemicals.
Chemical. This chemical are demonic. They play a demon in our bodies. You know what I'm saying? They bring a lot of element.
Because pharmaceuticals.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pharmaceuticals. So we are at war, man. We are at war against, you know what I'm saying, the beast, and we must understand. So it starts with the diet, and that's why they don't mingle with just any. Because you can't mingle with everyone as well. Because there's energy everywhere you go. Me, what happened is that I can't mingle with a lot of people these days because of the way my energy is. But if I have to, I will. On a daily basis, I live in the hills. Like I keep myself to myself, and that way I get more down. Because if I start dealing with some energy, the download blockers, man. Some energy are download blockers because you're around them. You can't get those. When if you leave their presence, you will see how the Most High deal with you. It will deal more with you. It's so spiritual. We have to grow to that level, man, because we the new Nazarite, man. Sometimes I ask the Most High, why don't I have locks? Like, that's the only thing that's missing, man. I want my locks, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want my locks. Yeah, but read it, man. Read it. But yeah, man, read go to the, what does he say?
There. So the outline of biblical usage for reins, number 1 is kidneys.
Right, see, kidneys, man. So your kidney function. A lot of people, they're going for dialysis or whatever.
Yeah, what's
Where
that?
they clean your
Oh, the
kidney.
use the
You know what I'm
machine and
saying?
stuff.
Yeah, man. It's like,
I'm gonna see some holistic fitness lady, man.
yeah.
You know, she said she got a machine where they can test the vitamins and the chemicals in the
Oh,
system.
I need to do that as well, man.
Yeah,
I need to do
man.
that, man.
Shout out to what she
Yeah,
said.
man. I need to do that as well, man.
So today, you know.
Yeah, so yeah, man. That's
So let's finish it, innit?
yeah.
17 and what again?
And 10. Read it again, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna close out, man.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 10. I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his weight. What did I just do?
According to his ways, isn't it?
No, yeah, verse 10. I tried the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doings.
Right. So Yahweh has tries the lever, you know. Obviously, the deep meaning is your emotions, yeah. The fruit of the flesh, which is bad liver. So you have to detect with fasting. The connection between your temple and your spiritual side. You know, the temple is connected to your spiritual side, right? I want you, brother, to read Sirach 30 and 15. Your liver hold the seat of your emotion. A toxic liver and kidney both are very much connected. Yeah, they're both connected. Will produce anger, lust, jealousy, hate, and pride. That's why the Nazarite vow prohibit wine and strong liquor because they're toxic. The rain brings toxic emotion, right? Whilst the whole point of that vow is to get, so basically stay away from the wine because the whole point of being the wine which is toxic, right?
And affect you spiritually.
Will affect you spiritually because the whole point of being a Nazarite is to get closer to the spirit so you can get your downloads, right? Right? So that's why these energies only leave by fasting, which disintoxicate your reins. Alright? And that's what I wanted to say on that, man. So when you fast, actually it's a fight going on in your guts. It cleans and get rid of the demons, man. Get rid of because the food as well works as demons. The food that we put, the liquor, the food, the parasite, the worms. You know what I'm saying? So they're connected, man. That's the reason why the Rasta has a diet, because it's connected to the spirit. So we have to be spiritual. We can't be too lavish and eat this and that. We gotta be, but then again, that's for the Nazarites, because we are the Nazarites. All right. So with that, we're gonna turn to the east.
Okay. Kala halallah.
Allah,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba Shema.
Shama,
Yahushai.
Yahweh,
Barakatha.
Barakatha, Kwama, Yisrael, Shalom, Israel.